nice little streak here of final videos on my channel. On Friday, I had the final Goodbye PlayStation 3 video with The Last of Us. Yesterday, I had the final Stuck with Scrubs episode of the worst team I had ever gotten stuck on. And now, we have what should be the final Ghost video that I post, as well as the final video for PlayStation 3 that I ever post. But regardless of all these finales, I still plan on telling YouTube all to go fuck himself. Now, the gameplay in the background is going to be heavily camped out. I do a shitload of camping in buildings this game because I wanted to get my fucking chopper kills. As you guys will see by my rank, I was towards the end of the Prestige or Soldier System, whatever the fuck this shit was, and had I got something like 6 or 7 chopper kills up in this motherfucker, I would have completed a good XP challenge that would have probably finished me off as the 10th Prestige. So I spent a good portion of this game at the beginning posting up like a motherfucker and playing careful, and once I got my chopper and I didn't get the kills that I needed, I finally started to move my ass around and stop camping in this bitch. Now, in the past, I've done final Call of Duty videos for games in the series right before the next Call of Duty was about to come out. I did a final Modern Warfare 2 video. I believe I did a final Black Ops 1 video right before Modern Warfare 3 came out. I can't remember this motherfucker. But I know I definitely did a Modern Warfare 3 video, and that was the Dead Like Disco video. And that came out right before Black Ops 2 was released. Each one of these videos wrapped up what I thought about the Call of Duty game I played in the prior year. However, for Ghost, I already did that, since the Goodbye PlayStation 3 series pretty much covered my thoughts on the game and my playtime across that shit. There's no reason for me to do this shit again. I also did those videos maybe the week or even the Monday before the release of the next Call of Duty game. But with Ghost, we're doing this shit early because obviously people know what's about to release this week, which is going to take up all my time, hopefully. If all things go according to plan, Destiny will be a fun-filled game that provides me months of entertainment and provides me plenty of content that I'll be able to post up in my channel, this motherfucker. But that means no going back to PlayStation 3 for content. No more PlayStation 3 videos, and probably no more playtime on the PlayStation 3 if Destiny delivers this grand adventure that Bungie has been promising us. I mean, shit, up to the release of Destiny, I'm still enjoying the shit out of my PlayStation 3. I've been playing NCAA football all weekend long and shit like that. And that's mainly because right now it's college football season. I'm seeing the games on TV, and they're never going to make another game for that motherfucker. Ah, whatever, man. I'm playing NCAA football 14 right now and enjoying the shit out of that because I'm never going to see that game again. But anyway, in leaving PlayStation 3 for good, there are a number of videos from Ghost that I just never got around to posting. I never got to show all my free-for-all adventures, and I know one of my subscribers who got into the rooms with me was hoping to see himself in the game, but even so, I just don't post every video that I play. It's just not possible for me to post every single gameplay that I ever got into, so unfortunately, those games are never actually going to be used. I had a few other games that I wanted to post, including this small Rage series, in which I relived some of the most awful games that I played with bad scores due to bullshit killing me. Oh god, you should have seen that shit. Oh, between the spawns and some lag kills and those, oh god, man, I got killed by so much bullshit in some of those games. So I'd saved some of those games up thinking I might be able to get to that series, but of course I never got around to them. I also had another little mini series of me against a team of campers and shit like that. You know, basically, people who would stay in one spot or one corner the entire game while I had to hunt these motherfuckers down after they kill me just by sitting in a corner waiting for me to walk by. You know, sort of how I'm camping in this game in the background. But these are things I just never had time to complete, and now that something better has come along, it's time to move on from those videos. I have about 6 or 7 of those stored up, so if in the future I ever need to come back to those, which I don't think I ever will, I at least still have some content that I could always post. But instead of dwelling on what could have been with Ghost and whatnot, or what should have been with this damn game, I'd rather look at Call of Duty's future and think about what they're going to do in my final video. Now, last year when I did the Blueprint series, the one change that I said that they needed was to make a third studio. My reasoning was for more time to give the developers a chance to improve the quality of their games, and sure enough, Activision added the third studio into the rotation. So I actually had a pretty good prediction back then. With Sledgehammer now involved in making Black Ops 2.5... Oh, come on, man. Don't lie. That shit looks exactly like that bullshit. Between the font, the Pick 13 system, which looks just like it, the wildcard system. Oh, I ain't gonna get into that shit, man. I'll tell you right now, it looks just like Black Ops 2 from the surface. Obviously, the game is gonna play differently, but from the surface and all the menus and shit, it looks just like they stole Treyarch shit from the past. But in any event, I'm not gonna worry about this Black Ops 2.5 being done 20 years into the future. So, with the third studio in the mix, I predict Call of Duty is gonna go to a past, present, and future schedule. If I were Activision, I would want to cover all 3 time periods to deliver ideas to all the different fan bases. Have one studio cover past battles, have another studio cover present military fighting, and the third studio could cover future warfare. It seems they might already be in play if the rumors are true about Treyarch's next game already. You know, some reports said that they put out an ad for a World War I historian or whatever the fuck. But you know what? I'll believe it when I see it when they announce their shit over the summer. Sledgehammer seems they will take the reins on the future Warfare games. Infinity Ward is most likely going to make Ghost 2 based off of the ending of Ghost 1. You know, it's too open-ended for them not to return to that shit. Regardless of what people say in the sales and how good it was or how bad it was, the motherfucker sold 20 million copies and they left the shit off with a cliffhanger. I will guarantee you they go back to Ghost 2. And that would leave Treyarch with doing the past games, which, to be honest, that would make sense for Activision. I mean, Infinity Ward made their splash with Call of Duty 4 all those years ago, and basically took the franchise out of World War II. Granted, it was with a different group of developers at the time, before everybody got laid off and fired and all that other bullshit, but the name recognition shows they focused on modern times. Their last 4 games from Modern Warfare were all current time shooters, or maybe a little bit into the future and shit like that, but from Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Ghost, it was all within a relative 10-year time period or so. And I know there'll be an argument that people will make saying that they did their timepieces a lot better than Treyarch, but let's just be honest right now, Infinity Ward has been stuck in present time shooters. There's a good chance they're not going to be the ones that take the past era games. Treyarch hasn't even truly made a modern era game. Black Ops was set during the Cold War, and Black Ops 2 was supposedly set 10 years into the future, but we all know that was a load of bullshit. Oh, get the fuck out of here with guns that see through walls and all that. I ain't gonna get into that shit, man. They haven't made a modern era shooter game. So it stands to reason that with World at War and Black Ops 1 under their belt, they would take the series back in time again, and they would work on the historic battles as opposed to making up a grand story in the current times. I have a feeling that's the route Call of Duty is going to take. Past, present, and future. It makes business sense to have the 3 studios cover each time frame, because after all, what is Treyarch going to do next year? A game with exosuits in the future as Black Ops 3? Right after Advanced Warfare? Yeah, not happening. Since I somewhat predicted the changes Activision would make, and somewhat predicted things that Call of Duty would change, like the perk system and shit like that, I would say I have a pretty good track record of coming close to my prediction, so I'm going to stick with this idea. The next Call of Duty game after Advanced Warfare is going to be a historic battle by Treyarch, whether it's going to be World War I, whether they're going to go back to World War II, Cold War, you name it. I don't think they're going to go to a future or modern shooter. After Treyarch's game, it would be Infinity Ward, and most likely we're going to see another modern shooter, whether it's Ghost 2 or they have the shit slapped out of them and go make something different. Now, I wouldn't put any money on that bet. I mean, I'm certainly not going to say, oh, I'm going to bet $1,000 on that shit. No fucking way. But I think it's a pretty fair assessment to say that that's what's going to be the future of Call of Duty when it comes up in the next couple years. If Sledgehammer puts out a quality product in Advanced Warfare 3, you know they're going to make Advanced Warfare 2. You have that feeling that the ending of this game is going to leave off with some kind of cliffhanger, especially if they want to keep all the future franchises coming down the same pipeline. Treyarch can certainly go to Black Ops 3 in the future and whatnot, but that just looks like it's going to clash with what's currently out, so I have a feeling the Black Ops series is pretty much going to be discontinued. They're going to go and move on to something similar to what Infinity Ward did with Ghost. I don't think we're going to get Black Ops 3. I think we're actually going to get something completely separate during the next Treyarch game. But regardless of what happens with Call of Duty, my attention is going elsewhere in the future. With Destiny on the horizon, and tomorrow's video is actually going to be a Destiny video, I won't be touching Call of Duty for a very long time, and I would probably go back to my PlayStation 3 before buying another future Call of Duty game. No, seriously, I'll probably go back and play some NCAA football next year, but as it stands right now, this will be my final PlayStation 3 video that I post, and my final Call of Duty video that I post outside of any hipfire commentaries, of course, in the future. Because as I look forward to my next game and my next console, I really hope Destiny comes through with all the content that they've been promising on their game. I really hope all the future games on PlayStation 4 keep me as entertained as what I played on PlayStation 3. Obviously, Uncharted 4 is on the horizon. You have to figure Final Fantasy 15 is going to be released in the next 6 or 7 years. Oh man, can you guys get your shit together? I ain't gonna get into it, man. Either way, I have no plans of playing Call of Duty over the next 2 years. So for me, this is going to be the final Call of Duty of my own gameplay for quite a long time. So as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And starting tomorrow, we're taking a brand new journey on a completely different series.